I think it's only right for the vast majority of you wrestling fans to realize and understand that Charlotte Flair is just ahead, miles, trips, days, weeks, years, centuries ahead of every single woman in the women's division, no matter what brand, no matter what company. She just has it. She has that it. She has it. She has the it. Welcome back to the Within the Ropes podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Brian Tronick, and I'm here to review Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about some Raw. We're going to talk about some Monday night. Okay? We're going to talk about it. It was only right that they started off Raw tonight with our brand new Raw Women's Champion, Nikki, almost a superhero, after stealing it from the Queen last week. And I say that because she did. She stole it from her. She was distracted. She was beaten down. She was taken advantage of, by Nikki A.S.H, beaten down, not to a pulp. I wouldn't go that far to give Rhea that much credit, but, nonetheless, it was 2 against 1 last week. That's just my personal opinion. I'm trolling. They started it off with Nikki A.S.H, though. She welcomed the WWE Universe to Monday Night Raw. Says she's been waiting forever to do that. She's always wanted to do that. She's happy to be with the live crowd. And at that point, when she's going down the line, talking about everything she's accomplished and happy for, and she's interrupted by the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair. The 14-time women's champion. And I know that WWE doesn't acknowledge the entire reign, but I do. All right? Myself, Tron, here at Within the Ropes, I acknowledge Charlotte Flair's 14 title reigns. Why? Because she's the GOAT. She's the queen. She's single-handedly holding WWE on her shoulders as they continue to get back in number one. They're getting back to number one status because of the Queen Charlotte Flair. Now she came out. Let's not lose track here, wrestling fans. Let's not lose focus. We're focused, Monday Night Raw. She mocks Nikki A.S.H. And she says that Nikki's fairy tale doesn't have a happy ending. I almost said happy nigga. Charlotte Flair tells Nikki she's a disgrace. And she also tells her that she looks stupid and can't represent this company. Now, how perfect can you be to draw the heat? I mean, look, man, I know some of you out there, I didn't see some outrageous, disgusting tweets, during the duration of this program, saying that Charlotte has go away heat and even Rhea has go away heat. Look, man, can we stop that? We approaching the end of 2021 and going into 2022. Can we, just like the what chance, can we get rid of go away heat? Can we stop that? Go away heat. Charlotte doesn't have go away heat. In fact, people like her, and I think people are afraid to understand and see that. Like, people who don't like her are not happy that she gets cheered. I heard she's been getting cheered on the live events as well over the past weekend, but I also heard that Nikki A.S.H got booed out of the building and no one cared. Yeah, didn't seem that way tonight. But Charlotte Flair went on to say that she doesn't believe Nikki A.S.H is a champion. And she says before Nikki takes another victory lap, she has to remind everyone that Nikki is only champion because of Rhea Ripley. And I told you guys this, Y'all saw it last week. She's only champion because Rhea Ripley. That's why. Now let's back it up real quick. Let's dial up. Let's focus in on this entire segment, okay? Charlotte's doing her job. She's obviously putting over. She's lifting the baby face. She's putting Nikki on her hands and raising her in the air, okay? She's using her hands as a platform so that Nikki A.S.H can step on. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but my computer is running low on storage space. Every single time I record one of these episodes, it says that my computer is running low on storage space, but that's nothing new. That's just normal. We'll figure it out later. But Charlotte's doing her job. The crowd is booing her. You know, they're loving Nikki A.S.H. She looks great. She's got the cape on. Everything is working out well for Nikki A.S.H. Charlotte then starts to blame the crowd for everything. Now, this is kind of where the promo and the segment kind of took a turn. I'm not a big fan of the "you people" type of situations, but I do think that we should just let the situation play out and understand that, look, it's going to happen. We don't have to like it, but things like that's going to happen, just like the what chance, you know, or this. I don't know if I don't know if CM Punk chants are going to continue to happen. With CM Punk possibly going over to AEW, I don't know if the CM Punks in WWE will still happen, but only time will tell. We'll have to see. But like I was saying, Charlotte Flair blamed the crowd, started doing the "you people," you know, "you people are jealous." She said she's a victim of injustice, and I agree. I think Charlotte is indeed a victim of injustice. Everyone knows that she would still be Raw Women's Champion if it wasn't for Rhea Ripley. Hey, she should have just went to the back. She shouldn't have tried to attack Charlotte and you know, and put Charlotte in this position to become the 15-time Women's Champion. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Nah, but on a serious note, though, don't like the "you people" thing. But I felt like Charlotte had no choice but to go that route with this segment and with this promo, considering that obviously she's got to make herself be hated so much, you know, to elevate Nikki A.S.H, to elevate her popularity. Rhea Ripley says that she should get the first shot. She comes out. Rhea says she should get the first shot, and it should be at SummerSlam. Nikki says they both need to take a step back. She says it's time for a new face of the women's division. All of a sudden, Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce walk out on the stage, and you know what's going to happen when they walk out on the stage. Like, what the fuck do they think they are? Teddy Long? No, they're not Teddy Long. Sonya, though, books a triple threat match for SummerSlam, and Charlotte is, at this point, just frustrated, as she should be. Am I smelling Daniel Bryan? Is Rhea Ripley the new Daniel Bryan? Is she just walking into people's one-on-one matches, or should be one-on-one matches, and making them triple threat matches for absolutely no reason at all whatsoever? Rhea shouldn't be in this match. Hello, it should be Nikki A.S.H versus Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam in a one-on-one match for the Raw Women's Championship. But no, they want to try and make things interesting. And see, this is what frustrates me about the WWE and just about Vince and what they're doing and the way they book and the way they write and everything. This doesn't need to be a triple threat. Rhea Ripley could easily be in a badass feud with somebody else right now. Somebody. Anybody. You know? Shit. Here's a way to get Rhea Ripley over with the crowd. If, you know, some people are, you know, don't really understand or don't think that Rhea's over, right? Here's how to get her over. Put her up against Eva Marie. I don't know. Do that. Put her up against Eva and see what happens. I don't know. Or you can even put her up against Alexa. That would be cool to see. It'd be different and cool. But she doesn't need to be in this match. I don't know. But Charlotte's upset. She says she wants a singles match for the title tonight. And Nikki A.S.H accepts the challenge. Adam Pearce books the match for tonight. And then Charlotte Flair attacks Rhea Ripley. Nikki A.S.H drop kicks Charlotte out of the ring. And then there you go. You got your champion, superhero-like, flying around the ring. Now, this is where I got confused. Because later on in the night, they talked about the main event, Flair and Nikki. But they said it was a championship challenge match. And obviously, you guys saw it just like I did. Charlotte Flair said she wanted a championship match tonight. And Adam Pearce said it's booked. It's a match. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. We were all expecting the Raw Women's Championship to be on the line tonight, but it wasn't. We'll get to that. The next matchup we got was for the Championship Contenders match. What was it? Championship Contenders night? I know you all feel the same way. Not a big fan of champions losing number one contenders matches to their potential challengers for the championship. Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? So we got Sheamus and Damian Priest tonight, which I was all for, but then I was like, wait, I want this at SummerSlam. Why now? Because it's a championship contenders match, Tron. That's why, obviously. But like, this didn't need to happen. Damian Priest could have easily went up against Humberto. I would have that would have been nice. You know, Damian would have had to put Humberto down. And it had a little story there. Like, you know, Damian was there for Humberto, but now in order to get to the title, he has to go through Humberto. And Humberto also has to go through Damian Priest. And in a sense, it's like, okay, I don't want to have to do this, but I got to do what I got to do if I want to get to that title. On both sides, it would have been a killer match. But this match was good as well. Sheamus and Damian Priest. They lock up. Sheamus took an early advantage, landed a few strikes. Damian Priest fired back, hit a flying back elbow, and then Damian Priest clotheslined Sheamus over the top rope. Priest dive. Priest rolls out of the ring and tries a spin kick. Sheamus caught him and then drops him on the apron really, really hard. Sheamus' mask comes off during this match, so he looks confused and like worried. Sheamus goes up top. Damian Priest cuts him off, and he choke slams him off the top rope after a brief little walk from the turnbuckle pad to semi the middle of the rope. Sheamus kicks out after a pin attempt. Sheamus counters the Reckoning with an Alabama slam. Damian Priest kicks out. Sheamus tries to lock Damian Priest into a cloverleaf. Damian Priest blocks it, kicks his way out of the hold. Damian Priest unloads on Sheamus with a few strikes. Sheamus bounces off the rope and hits a pump knee. Damian Priest somehow kicks out after a pin attempt. And then Damian Priest surprises Sheamus with a Reckoning for a 1-2-3 and a win. And this is a win that Damian Priest needed. Damian Priest needed every bit of this win because I don't think he has one that means something, let alone, I mean, he may have had some during his, during his situation when he was with Bad Bunny, but he needed it. But Sheamus doesn't need to lose either. He's been looking dominant as ever. And for the most part, let's talk about this for a minute. For the most part, a lot of WWE's champions, whether it be the Intercontinental Champion, the WWE Champion, well, I won't put Apollo in there. Because I'm not too impressed with his reign. But U.S. Championship, and I do believe that if Sheamus didn't get injured, he would have been as dominant as he could have been. But during the pandemic, he was dominant. The WWE Champion, the Universal Champion. Who else? I can't say the same for the women's tag team titles. Who else? Oh, I guess that's now that I think about it, I guess I was wrong. It's not it's not that many champions that have been protected and looked strong, but Bobby's looked strong, especially as of late. Roman, he's looked strong ever since he's come back. Before he even got that title in his hands, I think U.S. title, the U.S. champion Sheamus has been booked strong and looked strong. Let's see, Raw Tag Champions look okay, and we're gonna get into that match next. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like Sheamus losing to Priest, basically giving Priest now we're gonna see this match again for the championship. Like it's kind of like weird, almost like what is Damian Priest? Okay, we know that Damian Priest can beat Sheamus now, and it's almost like a what is it, like psychic, like you're seeing into the future, like the 50-50 booking is coming, right? It's coming. You just know it. We're going to see Sheamus versus Damian Priest 10 more times before the end of August. This month's going to end, and we're going to see them wrestle for the entire month of August, and it's going to be probably a total of 10 times. But good win for Damian Priest. I'm glad. After the match, Sheamus was screaming about his nose being broken, and he wants a doctor, so that's cool. Next match we get is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One, and Omos against the Viking Raiders. We've been looking at this match forever. Again, another rematch, more rematches, tag team titles on the line. I was hoping the Viking Raiders would pull it off. Did they? I don't know. Eric drops Styles with a running knee. As soon as the bell rings, Eric picks up Ivar and tosses him into Omos. Ivar and Eric drop Styles with the Viking experience. Omos pulls Eric out of the ring. I thought it was over. Omos sends Eric into the barricade. Ivar works over Styles. Styles tries the phenomenal forearm, but Ivar cartwheels out of the way to avoid it. And then hits a lariat. AJ Styles responds with a tornado DDT that looked absolutely fantastic. Ivar holds Omos's legs to stop him from breaking up Eric's pin. Styles kicks out under his own power. AJ Styles then floors Eric with a Pele kick. Omos tags in and body slams Eric. Omos clears the ring. Omos hits the Bolo Bomb. Styles hits a springboard 450 for the win. 1, 2, 3. And still the Raw Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles and Omos. This match, I'm just tired of it. Omos kind of got to get some different shit going on with his moves, and I don't know. I feel like his overall presentation needs to be different. It's just not. It's not hitting for me. I don't feel like it's it's killing. Just don't feel it. Next match we got was Drew McIntyre versus Veer with Jinder Mahal, and he had some lawyer guy next to him or with him. Before the match, Jinder Mahal tells McIntyre that he has to apologize for what he did to Shanky last week. He said he has his lawyer with him, and if McIntyre doesn't apologize, that they're going to sue him. Drew McIntyre says no. In fact, he played a little bit with the crowd, and I applaud Drew McIntyre for, I guess, trying to, I don't know, like keep the crowd involved, get them involved, keep them on his side. It's taking initiative. It's showing that he's really committed to this, and sometimes you just have to do that. And again, I don't know if that's in his, they're booking him that way, or if maybe he has a little bit of leeway and he's able to go out there and freestyle what he does and how he does it. If that's the case, good. He went out there and he had the fans chant, Drew is gonna kill you, or something like that. So that was cool. I wish the crowd would have kept saying it. That would have been cool. But this match ended up with Jinder Mahal sliding Veer a chair, Drew McIntyre hitting the Claymore onto the chair, onto Veer's face for disqualification. So Veer picks up the win. And after the match, Drew McIntyre beat up Jinder Mahal's lawyer. So that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to say about that other than I'm starting to lose interest and I don't know and understand the reason why they're even fighting anymore in the first place. I don't get it. It's lacking story, substance. So we'll see what happens and how they're gonna. What's the payoff? Like what's gonna happen? The next match we got though was Natalya and Tamina versus Doudrop and Eva Marie. Natalya got injured during this match. It seemed like I noticed it after like a roll up by Doudrop. Something happened. Doudrop did a roll up or something to Natalya, and Natalya tagged out. She started hopping around outside the ring. Eva Marie seemed to have a bit of a wardrobe problem, though, in the beginning of this match. Out of nowhere, her fucking top started unbuttoning or unzipping from the back, and she had to tag out really quick. Doudrop gets in the ring. She flattens Tamina with a low cross body. Eva Marie tags back in and tries to get the pin, but Tamina kicks out. And then a video played on the entrance stage with the voiceover from, I don't know if it's Alexa or if it's Lily or what, but it was a hype video for Lily Lucian. Eva Marie turns around and eats a super kick from Tamina. Tamina pins Eva Marie and picks up the win. And this was kind of weird because I don't know how or what. I mean, I get it. The show must go on, but Eva Marie, I mean, you're risking a lot going out there when you're having wardrobe malfunction. You're risking a lot shagging back in and getting back in the ring, but I get it. You gotta continue the plans for the match. This is not the first wardrobe malfunction of the week, though. I believe yesterday, Sunday, at a live event, Carmella also had a wardrobe malfunction during her match with Bianca Belair, and it seemed she handled it very professionally and kept the match going. The match nearly went on, maybe went on nearly a minute after the malfunction. She was able to finish the match. I don't think it was the exact finish that it was supposed to be because it ended with a roll-up, but nonetheless, they finished it. Look, y'all going to have to get y'all gear intact because we can't have that, especially in like championship matches and things that mean something, right? You can't have that. You can't have it, period, but just try and get it together. You don't see the Queen's wardrobe malfunctioning, do you? The next match we get is, surprisingly, Karrion Kross in the second match on Monday Night Raw versus Keith Lee in his second match back. Boy, this is a double-edged sword in my opinion. And I'm sure as you all have seen as well, all night after the announcement of this match, you got people saying, well, fans are going to hate it regardless. Keith Lee wins, people are going to hate it. If Karrion Kross wins, people are going to hate it, which is true. People were going to hate it either way. But in my opinion, I think Karrion Kross picking up the victory would be more beneficial considering that he is the NXT champion and everyone complained last week about him losing to Jeff Hardy because he was champion. So you're telling me that Keith Lee is more valuable and needs a win more than Jeff Hardy? Probably. Yes, you're right. He does need a win more than Jeff Hardy. But Karrion Kross going into a program, you know what I'm talking about, a program that he's going into over on NXT. And I can't wait to watch NXT tomorrow. But him, or today, whenever you're listening to this, him going into that program, and Karrion Kross needed the win. Keith Lee needs wins too, but he doesn't need it right now. I feel like you can build up something with Keith Lee and do something that's gonna, I don't know. He said on Twitter that he was gonna tell us everything in 2 weeks or something like that, and I feel like it has something to do with I feel like he's working us. I feel like it's storyline. I feel like it ain't got nothing to do with people think it is. People think it's really, really personal, and it could be. I'm not taking away from that. It could be. And if it is, sorry for thinking that it's, got something to do with wrestling. But I think he's working us. I think he's either going to turn heel or something's going to happen. But Keith Lee needs some edge, okay? But yeah, this match was cool. It was a little slow. I said last week that Keith Lee seemed extremely slow. He didn't seem like, the fast, quick agility Keith Lee that we're all used to seeing. He seemed very, very slow. But Keith Lee set up the Spirit Bomb, but Kross countered and hits a Doomsday Saito. And then he locks in the Kross jacket, and eventually Keith Lee tapped out. Now, I don't know if Keith Lee should have tapped out or not. I know some people don't agree with the tap out, don't agree with that, but I don't think I'm cool with Karrion Kross winning, but I don't think Keith Lee had to tap out for that to happen. He could have just passed out, and it would have been fine. But I don't know. Maybe they want to make Karrion Kross. Maybe there's plans for Karrion Kross. You never know. Maybe there is plans. But yeah, that was a whole debate. It was a whole situation. It was a whole thing. I know. I understand. I get it. But there's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. The next match was Mace and T-Bar. How weird is it to see Dijakovic and wrestle right after his buddy Keith Lee when they should probably be wrestling each other? Dominic Dijakovic under his old name, Dominic Dijakovic, and not T-Bar. I believe he's T-Bar. Sometimes I can't even tell which one's T-Bar and which one's Mace. I'm not going to lie. They took on Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. I love Mansoor. Love Ali, always have. Ali and Mansoor are kind of like a new tag team. We're going to see if this works, see if you guys can coexist. Mansoor put this together. Ali doesn't really like it, so it was good. Ali started off by attacking T-Bar as soon as the bell rings. And T-Bar destroyed Ali with a tornado boot. Mace and T-Bar beat down Ali. Ali surprises T-Bar with a spin kick. Then Ali tagged in Mansoor. Mansoor hops over the ropes, lands a series of strikes on Mace. Mansoor hits a reverse DDT. Scorpion Death Drop. Go for a pin. Mace kicks out. T-Bar boots Mansoor out of the ring. Ali hits a suicide tornado DDT, saving Mansoor. And Ali yells at Mansoor for not paying attention. Ali gets grabbed by Mace. Mansoor pushes Ali out of the way. Mace tries for a chokeslam on Mansoor, but Mansoor countered with a roll-up for the win. Mustafa Ali and Mansoor beat T-Bar and Mace. And after the match, Mansoor tried to celebrate in the ring, but T-Bar and Mace almost grabbed him. Ali pulls him out of the ring. And I like this story. It's kind of like, watch out. It's kind of like the teacher-student, but the student is kind of like the teacher at the same time, too, because Ali was extremely, what is it? He was very surprised that Mansoor was able to pick up that win, but Mansoor still made some mistakes. He hugs Ali, though, and Ali just kind of looks like he doesn't really know how to react. So, story so far, so good. The next matchup or segment we get is Bobby Lashley and MVP coming out to basically answer the challenge of Goldberg. MVP asks the crowd to rise to their feet and show the proper respect to the WWE champion. The crowd boos. MVP says last week Goldberg disrespected Lashley. MVP asked if Goldberg is next. Lashley says he's not going to dignify Goldberg's challenge with a response. Lashley then says that this is his ring and he won't be disrespected by anyone. And all of a sudden, Cedric Alexander's music hits and he interrupts the champion. Cedric comes down and complains about getting kicked out of the Hurt Business. And he says Lashley knows that he is better than him. And that's basically why he kicked him out of the Hurt Business. Cedric says he wants Lashley tonight. Shelton Benjamin's music then hits. And he walks down to the ring and Benjamin calls Alexander's voice annoying which I figured he thought he was going to get a huge pop for that, but no one really cared. Shelton Benjamin says he doesn't care about the Hurt Business. He's here to give Lashley a real challenge. MVP tells them both that they look foolish. Lashley immediately grabs the mic from MVP and says he'll take them both on at the same time. So we get Bobby Lashley against Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. And it was just nothing. It wasn't really a match. Lashley destroyed both of them, speared Benjamin, gives Benjamin the jackhammer, slams Alexander, stacked him, smashed him, stacked them on top of each other. And he pins them both. And he picks up the win. Now, this is kind of weird. Hey, man, that's the tribal chief shit, man. I don't think the tribal chief is going to appreciate that. But, hey, he's inspiring folks over at Monday Night Raw. So, I'm not surprised. But we didn't get an answer. We didn't get Goldberg. We didn't get anything. So, I don't know what the point of that match was. How that progresses the story. I do think that Bobby Lashley in this state is absolutely impeccable and he's unstoppable. And this is the Bobby Lashley that I like. And it's going to favor him going into the match with Goldberg from an unstoppable standpoint. Him beating Goldberg is just going to be that much sweeter. And I hope the crowd is behind Goldberg. And I hope they boo the shit out of Bobby Lashley. Just make him that much more vicious for that nice babyface cash in by Big E. Because I know it's coming and I know y'all know it's coming too. The big babyface cash in by Big E is going to be sweet whenever that happens. We get Riddle versus John Morrison up next. This match was cool. Morrison landed a few strikes. Riddle responded with a suplex. Riddle charges in, but ends up eating a drop kick from John Morrison. Miz ends up spraying Riddle with the drip stick. More shenanigans. Riddle hits a springboard floating bro to the outside of the ring. Riddle sends Morrison back into the ring. AJ Styles and Omos make their way ringside. And this was kind of a dead giveaway about what they've got planned next. Right? John Morrison surprises Riddle with a drop kick. Riddle fires up and hits a ripcord knee followed by a power bomb for a near fall after a pin. AJ Styles hands Riddle's scooter to Omos as Riddle goes up to the top rope, who gets distracted. Morrison then, after Omos snapped it in two, Morrison hit a spinning crucifix into a Uranagi. And then he hits Starship Pain for the win. And after the match, AJ Styles gets in the ring and gives Riddle the Styles Clash. And Riddle is out cold. I was expecting Randy Orton's music to hit. I even heard some fans chanting for Randy Orton. But nope, no Orton right now. No Randy. No RK Bro for the night. But I'm sure we can all see it from a mile away. We're going to get RK Bro versus Styles and Omos at SummerSlam. I don't know how many of you are too excited or not for that match. Let me repeat that. I don't know how many of you are excited for that match, if you are or if you're not or whatever, but it is what it is. We get a 24/7 championship match. Now, I believe I said this last week that they should use this and make matches out of this, and they did. And my dumb ass thinking it was going to be something serious. It obviously wasn't. It was definitely a way to show the athleticism of Reginald, show the shenanigans. And who better than to do that than with the million-time 24/7 champion, R-Truth. R-Truth is mesmerized by Reginald. Mind you, he's mic'd up during this entire match. R-Truth is wearing a mic the entire match. R-Truth grabs Reginald by his coat. R-Truth then flips out of his coat, and then he throws Reginald's coat in his face. Reginald then hits a front flip whoopee cushion for the win. A front flip sit-down whoopee cushion for the win. And Reginald is still your 24/7 champion. And then, of course, the rest of the 24/7 field runs down to the ring. Reginald does a no-hands cartwheel out of the ring. Everyone is confused. And he does his backflips up the ramp entryway. Blah, 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 blah. Reginald standing tall with the 24/7 championship. And just a segment and match, in my opinion, after watching it, just really didn't make a whole lot of sense. But we get to the main event, Nikki A.S.H, Charlotte Flair, and it was everything that I said it was going to be. It was pure dominance. Pure dominance. Charlotte Flair put on another astonishing, fantastic, GOAT-like performance. The Queen. Now, Nikki had her good moments, too. She hit a cool crossbody off the apron. She sent Charlotte Flair back in the ring after that point. Charlotte Flair tried a big boot, but she gets caught in the ropes. Nikki hits a sunset flip, but Charlotte Flair powers out of it. Nikki hits a bulldog for a 2 count after a pin attempt. Charlotte Flair lights Nikki up with chop after chop until her chest turned red. Charlotte Flair sits Nikki on the top rope. Nikki lands a tornado DDT. Nikki hits a cross body off the top or off the middle rope. I can't remember which one. But then Flair rolls through. The Queen. That's that veteran ring awareness. Just the knowledge. Rolls through and she pins Nikki for the 1, 2, 3, and Charlotte wins the match. This was also a championship, what they call it, champions challenge champ. The fuck do they call this shit, man? Champions. You know what it is. After the match, Charlotte Flair mocked Nikki A.S.H, and she tells her that no one is in her league. And I agree, no one's in Charlotte's league right now. Nikki grabs the mic and says that she said she's almost a superhero. And she knows that she almost won. But she knows she has the confidence that she can beat Charlotte Flair. Nikki then challenges Charlotte to another match next week, which I don't agree with. Another rematch? Really? Did you have to do that? No, you didn't have to do it. But the Queen, being the fucking GOAT, accepts it. Charlotte then puts her hand out for a handshake. Nikki goes in to shake her hand, and Charlotte hits her with a forearm. And then Charlotte Flair boots Nikki in the face twice. And then Flair stands tall over Nikki. And hey, I'm sure you know what happens after that. Goes off the air. The Queen looking strong. The GOAT. Daniel Bryan is no longer the GOAT. The GOAT officially belongs to Charlotte Flair. GOAT Flair. Just like GOAT Bryan. GOAT Flair is her name. But that was it. That was the main event. And apparently John Cena came out after the show went off the air. And I don't know if he had a match or not, but I don't know. This show could have used a little bit of John Cena. It could have used a little bit of Cena. But the show was good. It was decent. Nah, let me stop lying. It was garbage. It wasn't that good. Show was not that good. Crowd didn't really seem into it. And, I always wonder, and maybe it's a no-brainer here, but why, whenever I watch Dynamite, the crowd is going crazy nonstop. Even for these wrestlers that are just fucking ass and they're just not that good, they are on their feet. Not necessarily on their feet, but they're cheering and booing and cheering for shit all the time. But the crowd is so dead for WWE, and I don't understand why. Does it really come down to a booking thing? I don't know. Is it booking? Is it that? I don't know, man. It's hard to watch any wrestling show when the crowd is not into it, let alone not there, right? It's the same fucking thing. You're better off not being there if you're not going to be into it. Why pay all that money to sit there? And you can't say, "Oh, well, the product's bad." The product's bad. Stop wasting your money going. But if it, obviously you're into it, whether the product's bad or not, you're going to go. But why waste money if you're not going to be into it and cheer and have a good time? I don't worry about the politics in pro wrestling when I'm at a wrestling event. I just try and have fun. I spend my money. I try and have fun the best that I can. I take my kids. If my kids are having fun, then guess what? I had fun. And that's just all it is to it. But most of y'all probably ain't fathers. Most of y'all probably don't got no kids of your own anyway. And if you do, you probably don't let them watch wrestling because it's not the best thing to watch all the time. Or you probably don't let them watch WWE because it's trash. Anyways, man, I'm going to get out of here. That was the Monday Night Raw review. 40 minutes. Wow. That's because I gave y'all a little scoop. I gave y'all a little scoopity scoop. I gave y'all a little sauce, a little Charlotte Flair goat talk in the beginning, huh? Yeah, I figure I'd do this review just a tad bit different than normal. Not sound like a robot for the most part for the entire duration of the show. I gave you guys a little sprinkles. I didn't play by play every single match because guess what? That gets boring sometimes. Before I get out of here though, why is my nose stuffy? Oh no, I'm getting sick. No, I'm not. Before I get out of here, I just want to elaborate more on the Keith Lee situation. He said that he has a story to tell soon. He said, give him a week or two. Interesting. I'm curious as to what this is. Let's see, what else? John Cena officially announced for the Super SmackDown at Madison Square Garden. That's well after SummerSlam. So that's interesting. I'm interested to see why he'll be there and so on and so forth. There's been rumors about The Rock appearing at Survivor Series in some capacity. I guess it's the 25th anniversary of his debut or something like that. He's not scheduled to wrestle in any way, shape, or form. At least that's what the reports are saying. So I don't know. I wish that shit like that didn't come out. Like I wish things would stay. I don't know. It's kind of sucks, man. WWE kind of sucks because all their shit gets leaked all the time. You know, AEW is fun right now, and it feels good because you really get genuinely surprised about shit. WWE, you know, like we know the whole fucking card a month before the damn show. Like it's crazy. Other news, WWE is officially returning to Saudi Arabia in October, bearing travel restrictions. So if they're able to travel, then they're going to be going to Saudi Arabia, according to Andrew Zarian. Is it Zarian or Zarian? I'm sorry. Of the Matman podcast. But yeah. Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks that they're going back there, but you know, it is what it is. Here's the question though. Will they do the Queen of the Ring tournament before they go to Saudi or after they go to Saudi? That's the real question. How Vince McMahon is going to swing this. What the fuck? I said, almost fucking threw up. But that's the real question. How's Vince McMahon going to swing this? And because you know it's going to turn into, they're only doing the Queen of the Ring because they went to Saudi Arabia. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. He better do it as soon as possible, though, because the closer it gets to October, the more that narrative is going to be, you know, played or whatever the case. I don't know. On the other side, though, to add insult to injury and make WWE look even more like assholes, AEW donated $100,000 to Safe Alliance ahead of Fight for the Fallen, and will also donate a percentage of the proceeds from the Fight for the Fallen t-shirts to Safe Alliance. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Continuing the tradition, Fight for the Fallen being a charitable event. I like it. It's a good deal. But that's pretty much all I got. That's all the news right now. It's not all the news, but I'm not going to give you all the news. This is supposed to be a Monday Night Raw review. And it still is. I just wanted to give you guys just a little extra just in case. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening to me after, or, you guys watch Raw too, I know. Or maybe you didn't and you're listening to me because you want to know. I would like to be one of those guys. I'd like to be one of those guys that can give you your review. You don't have to watch a single bit of it. Or maybe you missed some and you, instead of going back and catching up, you listen to me. You listen to Brian Tronick right here at Within the Ropes. I appreciate it. Make sure you follow Within the Ropes on all social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram, at Within the Ropes, Facebook.com/Within the Ropes podcast. Like and follow the page. And go to YouTube. Go to search bar, type in Within the Ropes podcast, or you can go to withintheropespodcast.com. It's at the top. It's a little icon. Just click on the YouTube icon. Subscribe to the channel. I got original content and things in the works, you guys. You guys are going to see my face pretty freaking soon. And I know those of you who know what I look like and know me, you miss it. I will have my Double or Nothing sweatshirt on, and I'll be talking about Charlotte. I need to give me a Charlotte Flair. I need to give me a Charlotte Flair sweatshirt so I can just wear that all the time. But yeah, that's it, guys. I don't have anything else. 46 minutes. That's insane. That's cool. I'm not even tired. But now it's time to say goodbye and good night, wrestling fans.